GG27 is a core workout with 3 main goals: advanced abs training, bulletproof the spine, and build next level stamina and endurance. We're pushing. You will enjoy this workout. Only 20 minutes, right? But gotta show you what to do first, and you're gonna love the way Uncle Baby teaches. Extend a range of motion, couch or quad hip flexor stretch. Now I can use a big medicine ball, I can use a box or bench. I can also just get tucked close to a wall and put the foot up against the wall like that as well. So lots of options. You can also do it, as it's called, in a couch. This is the kind of upper body resting portion of the couch. This is the actual place you would sit with your knee on it, and I can even take a pillow or pad or put the leg on the seat as well. But anyway, you can figure it out, you'll make it work. What I'm doing here is really focusing on contracting my abdomen, and then I'm gonna just do a lot of different motions here, trying to work on squeezing the glute, opening up the hip and the quad. So if you suffer from back pain or knee pain, this is a money drill, and this is also gonna help us get more hip flexion, ultimately getting the knee closer to the chest. And the more we get motion through the hip, the more glute contraction we can get as well. So I can work here, I can work on turning away, get a little upper back rotation. I can work on coming off to the side, really get into the high hip flexor, psoas and oblique section here. I can come forward. By elevating the lead leg, I'm getting more flexion in this leg. If I elevate the heel itself, I can work on getting my knee more forward, mobilizing the ankle, the foot, the toes, coming in and out like that, getting some good hip rotation. I can open up here, come back, add some motion through the scapula as well, add twists and turns both ways. You've got the ability to explore this. And again, don't just use this as a warm-up to this workout. Use this as kind of an ongoing EHO, every hour on the hour mobility, or daily recovery drill as well. And again, just even try to come all the way back and just try to glute yourself through and stretch and open up this area. Peel it open. You'll have the ability then to do more killer core variations without lower back pain. Lying double banded straight leg raised mobility. This is gonna help with kicking, any sort of knee or leg raise variation. We're trying to get more hip flexion and hamstring mobility. Here's what I recommend if you can. You'll take a thicker band, wrap it around the leg that's gonna stay down, and then secure it right in the hip crease of this leg. This will actually create what's called a banded distraction and clear some space in the hip capsule itself so that the head of the femur isn't running into the pelvis. You're gonna take the other band, and the leg we're really focusing on stretching, you go like this, and I can also choke up as tight as I want on this band like that as well. And all I'm gonna do is come back, and initially, you got time on this, just focus on trying to use your quads, keep this leg down the whole way, to pull this leg back, and your arms as well. Back off a bit and kind of push your heel into the band to kind of get the glutes going just slightly, and come right back and just keep working this leg back. So exhale through, back off. I can also work on just kind of keeping this knee tight and bent, and then just doing some leg pumps. And then if you can pin the arms down, this is aggressive stretching, okay? This should be very challenging. Make sure to exhale through the challenging portion of the exercise, and that's what we're trying to do here, get the range of motion. So it's as hard as you make it. This double band setup will help tremendously, and again, this will be so key for being able to get your legs up higher on leg raises, and also two areas that are very conducive to creating lower back pain: tight hamstrings, tight hips, hip flexors, and we're working that big time with this exercise. Also will help you with your running, lunging, gait mechanics as well. Elevate the toes. That's gonna stretch the calf, ankle, and Achilles, and I want you to also try to create a slight forward lean as if sprinting, okay? So this is key. It's gonna load the whole system up. What we're gonna then do from there, with self-assistance on the wall, a pair of parallel bars, chairs, however you set up for this within a power rack, I'm going to fully actually we'll do a first hinge, inhale it back, and just kind of work on pumping that heel straight up to the sky. Open it up, all right? Stretch that whole side here. Now we're gonna come into full flexion of this leg and extension of the trail leg, and I want you to pulse, exhale up, inhale down, and then after some pulses, pump, same way. And then go right again. So total single leg hip sequence here. Get back, stretch it out, pull through, strengthen the hip flexors there, and then the other hip flexor too, right in the middle. That quad is very active with the leg straight, also challenging our mobility to the max. This is an extreme joint ankle mobility exercise. But make no mistake, it's also very important for strengthening the hip flexors and the core. This will help with sprinting, running in general, but sprinting in particular because of the extreme joint angles. It's also going to help us get really good at our, these guys. Get higher up there. Also, legs straight as well. You know what's coming. Before we handstand, you gotta learn how to headstand. The headstand is a shorter lever version of the exercise. You also get more base of support stability from the exercise as well, but we gotta be very mindful. Anytime we're going inverted like this, yeah, it's new, it's challenging. Your nervous system might feel like it's fight or flight, so we gotta be cautious of what this is. But I like a nice padded setup. You can use pillows, ab mats. I've got a sand dune stepper. Let me show you how I set up for this. And again, we get up against a wall. You're gonna have yourself positioned like this in kind of a front plank position, but the top of the head is here. Whatever leg you want. One leg is kind of be bent like this, other leg is up, and you're gonna slowly just kind of kick up like that. So if you need to, like on off days or kind of getting ready for the workout, you initially just kind of work on the kick up. Coming down is the same way, but I kick up, I'm gonna lock in, and the head is actually resting here, but the goal with this, you're trying to use more and more forearm. So kind of drive the your forearm support, I mean. So kind of drive your forearms underground as if doing an overhead shrug. Point the toes up, lock the feet together, squeeze the legs together, and get totally inverted, eyes ahead. Now I can progress this by bringing one leg off. All right, and eventually I can do a little bit of situation where I kind of come away from the wall back and forth, kind of a touch and go. So I'm just kind of doing headstands a second at a time. Deep inhales and exhales for time, just working on this position. All right, trying to get more upright. This is just a drill. You got to start working on a regular basis and then eventually holding and then coming down nice and slow like this. The modification, again, you do the best you can, but it's more so, again, I can use the pad. All right. All right, and I can kind of go like this. I can also bring this leg up and overhead. Again, it's not the same. At some point, you're gonna have to just make the jump, all right? But you're ready for it. We've done so much, all the wall walk-ups to get to this point. And again, just remember, most of the weight should be pressed through the forearms. You are on top of the head. This will actually help strengthen the neck, but I don't want you compressing it too much or going crazy with it. So be responsible. Don't do anything stupid, but what I just showed you is a very safe, effective way to get up into this. And much like any of the movements that require a high balance or stability component, this has to become a regular part of your EHO every hour on the hour mobility work, daily and or off day work. At least, wake up in the morning, hit a headstand. And by the way, inversion has so many benefits. It drains the whole lymphatic system. It's good for circulation. It brings a lot of blood flow to the brain. It can energize, make you more creative. And it's a big part of body weight training, especially advanced gymnastic style of work. So get after it and take the challenge. Dead stop, alternating leg, L-sit. Now, elevating the heel of the hand will make this easier. Elevating the fingers will make it harder, more mobility. But I want you to find a way to elevate it because I need to allow you to get the range of motion off the ground. Also take those shoulders through a full range of motion. So what we're trying to do here is one leg will be up. You're trying to actively raise this leg as high as you can and hold it there. This leg will stay down to unload you and give you a little more stability. But here's what it looks like. So I start here, exhale up, squeeze out those abs. Inhale down, switch sides, come back down. I'm just switching legs. And keep this leg up the whole way. Butt sets, set the other foot, switch. And the big focus here too is it's actually easier the further the legs are away from me. Try to, over time, get your hips more underneath your shoulders And that's really that compression strength that we're trying to work for. So you can do this with both feet in the air. So again, just so you can see how much more challenging it is here to even set up. Insane core contraction, chest, shoulder, arm pump, and again, great hip flexion work as well. So take on the challenge, 1 rep at a time. Treat this as a series of perfect single reps, switching legs each rep. Mobility, stability, strength, all in one. This is one of my favorite starters, finishers, or anytime, anywhere abs workouts, the weighted and or feet elevated plank flow, trying to build our core strength and stability, take it to a whole new level. I want you to, again, get ready to train heavy so you can play light. Get comfortable with the feet elevated or with a weight fast, and then doing it unweighted on the floor at a much easier angle. It'll feel like a piece of cake, child's play. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get into this kind of arms crossed like this plank position. I'm gonna do 1 full inhale, exhale cycle in the front plank. Head in line with the spine. Roll over right side plank, same thing. Like I'm standing on my side. Roll over to left side. Pull low into the belly diaphragm area. Inhale, exhale, and then right back here. I'm repeating 4 times. In this case, 4 straight minutes, okay? You can also just flow on feel, but we're just spending time extended, getting into a flow state, and just stabilizing the spine, totally like a rigid wooden plank in all positions, strengthening your core in all planes of motion as well. So this is gonna really help with all of our core training. In particular, it's gonna really help you get more comfortable in more of the advanced single arm push-up training sequences we've been doing. But the way I look at it too, I always like my planking or isometric work to be a level above the dynamic repetition work I do. Meaning, if you want to be good at doing floor push-ups, you should be able to really be good at holding a feet elevated or weighted plank. So we're trying to keep that concept of always keeping our isometric strength up and up and up as we try to climb our dynamic work. So you're done in 20 minutes. Make your post-workout report in the comment section below. This is gonna really set up for the final stage of the programming in terms of our core training. And you are now just thinking back on everything you've done to get to this point. You are now doing inversions, advanced core exercises like hanging leg raises, L-sit progressions, I mean, you name it. So this should be for you the most fun part of the program, because not everybody gets to this position. They quit along the way. The attrition on a structured, intensive, progressive program like this is always gonna be higher than a 28-day program, right? Because it just takes a continual will and work ethic that not many people have, frankly. So enjoy this, have fun with it, take on the challenges, work the stuff on off days, and ultimately be proud of yourself for making it this far in the program. Peace.
Go.
Halfway. Rest.
Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest.